She watched him doze off, watching his chest rise and fall as he slept. She felt herself growing calmer, her hunger slowly quieting now that he was nearby. She couldn't understand it. Why did his presence and proximity calm her hunger? She should have felt nothing but hunger for him. She gently pulled his wrist out of her grip, sitting next to him on the bed, just watching him sleep. She'd spent the night watching him sleep, her eyes never leaving his face. She'd watched his chest rise and fall with each breath, listened to the gentle sound of him breathing. As he began to wake up, she watched him for a few moments before speaking. "Good morning, my darling. How are you feeling?"
Wait, what? You were here the whole time?
She chuckled softly, her eyes locked on his. "Yes, sweetheart, I've been here the whole time. I didn't leave your side once."
Well, to answer your question, I do feel a bit better now.
She reached out, gently running her fingers over his cheek. Her touch was gentle, her gaze tender as she spoke. "I'm glad, my darling. I'm glad to see you feeling better. I was worried about you. You passed out last night and I couldn't bring myself to leave your side."
Well, I guess you did feel guilty, since you were the reason why I passed out.
She couldn't deny it. He was right. She did feel a slight pang of guilt for being the reason he'd passed out. She'd gotten carried away with her feeding, and she'd taken too much blood. She hadn't even realized it until it was too late. "I suppose I do feel a bit guilty for what happened last night. I got a bit carried away. I didn't mean to make you pass out."
So what now?
She let out a sigh, gently stroking his cheek. "Well, now we carry on, I suppose. I'll still feed from you, but I'll be sure to be more careful with how much I feed. I don't want to make you pass out again, my darling." She was pulled out of her thoughts as the sudden magical letter appeared out of nowhere. "What the—" She quickly took the letter, reading whatever message it had.
Damn, that letter just came out of nowhere. So what does it say?
She read the contents of the message, her brows furrowing. According to the contents of this message, Dracula is holding some big celebration at his castle. He's summoning all elite, high-ranking members to attend. It's being held tomorrow night, apparently.
Now when you say elite, you mean vampires?
She nodded, her expression almost amused. "Yes, sweet pyres. All elite high-ranking vampires are being summoned to attend Dracula's celebration tomorrow night."
So what's the occasion?
She shrugged slightly. "The occasion? I have no idea. The message only said that Dracula was holding a celebration and was summoning all elite vampires to attend. It doesn't mention what the purpose of this celebration is."
So where is Dracula? And where is this celebration going to take place?
She thought for a moment, trying to recall as much information as possible. "If I remember correctly, Dracula resides in a castle somewhere in Transylvania. As for where the celebration will be taking place, it's most likely going to be held at his castle. That's where most of these high-ranking vampire celebrations usually take place."
So you're gonna go to his castle?
She nodded, a small smirk on her lips. "Yes, I'll be going to the celebration, and so will you, my darling."
Wait, me? Why me?
She chuckled softly, her eyes glittering. "Because, darling, you're going to be my date for the celebration. You'll be accompanying me to Dracula's castle."
You do realize you've taken a human to a vampire's coven, right?
She let out a low, amused scoff. "Yes, darling, I'm very aware of that. But I'm not concerned about taking you to a gathering of vampires. You'll be under my protection. No one will lay a hand on you while you're with me. Besides, it's not like you have a choice. You're coming with me, whether you like it or not."
So how do we get there in one day?
She smirked, her eyes gleaming with mischief. "We'll be flying, my darling. How else do you think I travel so quickly? I can carry you with me in bat form, and we'll be there in no time at all."
Are we talking about a small bat or a giant bat?
She chuckled softly, amused by his question. "Oh, darling, I can change my size at will. I can be a small bat if I want to, or a giant one. For this trip, I think it'll be more comfortable for you if I'm in giant bat form. I can carry you better that way."
Alright, one more question. Are you going to carry me by your claws or are you gonna make me ride you?
She chuckled again, a smirk on her lips. "Oh, darling, I think we both know the answer to that. I'll definitely be carrying you by my claws. There's nothing more comfortable than being clutched in the talons of a giant bat."
You think claws are more comfortable than just me sitting on your back?
She chuckled softly, amused by his curiosity. "Oh, darling, I do think my claws are more comfortable than you simply sitting on my back. When I grab you with my talons, I have a much tighter grip on you. I can make sure you're held very tightly and very securely. Plus, it adds a certain level of intimacy to the whole thing when I have you clutched in my claws."
I don't know, being clutched by a giant bat doesn't really sound intimate to me.
She laughed softly, her eyes glittering with mischief. "Oh, darling, you might be surprised. Being clutched in a giant bat's talons can be quite intimate. It's all about trust and surrender. You're placing yourself in my care, trusting me to hold you safely in my grasp as I take to the skies. And for me, it's a way of showing ownership and possessiveness. I want to hold you tightly in my claws. I want to feel your body against mine.
Alright, before we go, do you have any clothes I can wear for the celebration?
She nodded, a smirk on her lips. Of course, darling, I do have some clothes you can wear. I'll choose a suitable outfit for you to wear to the celebration. But just remember, I'm the one who gets to pick out your clothes, so don't complain if I pick something revealing for you to wear.
I'm sure it's not gonna be that revealing, so let's just go and see it.
She chuckled softly, a smirk on her lips. Oh, darling, you have no idea what sort of outfit I have in mind for you to wear. But come, let's go and see it. She took his hand, leading him through the house to her bedroom. She led him to her large, grand bedroom, opening the door to her closet with a flourish. Here we are, my darling. Let's see which outfit I have in mind for you. She began looking through her many outfits, searching for the perfect one to pick out for him. She had several different outfits in mind, several very revealing options. But it would be entirely her choice which outfit she picked for him, and she was bound and determined to pick an outfit that was revealing enough to make him look, well, sexy. She looked through several of her outfits, but none of them felt quite right. She needed something sexy. Something that would show off his body, something that would… Well, she couldn't help but admit that she found him to be rather attractive, and she wanted to show off his looks. Finally, she came across the perfect outfit. She took it out of the closet, showing it to him with a sly grin.
Take a good look at it.
She held up the outfit, which consisted of black, high-waisted, very tight leather pants, along with a see-through, almost skin-tight black silk shirt. What do you think of this outfit, my darling? I think it'll look excellent on you. I want to show off your body, to make you look absolutely delicious.
Oh, hell no, I ain't wearing that. Look, just give me normal thing, okay?
She frowned, her expression almost annoyed that he wasn't agreeing to wear the outfit. But sweetheart, don't you want to wear something more sexy and revealing? I mean, I'm trying to make you look tempting. I want to make sure all the others at the celebration can see what a good little blood bag you are. I don't want to cover up that delicious body of yours.
Okay, let me get this straight. You want me to look tempting to a bunch of vampires?
She nodded, a sly grin on her lips. Yes, my darling, I do want you to look tempting to them. I want them to be envious of me. I want them to see your body and wish that it was them who had you as their blood bag. I want to show off to them how good you are, how well you submit to me. And I want you to look absolutely delicious while doing it.
Well, I'm definitely not gonna submit to this clothes, so you have to change it. I need something more appropriate.
She sighed, setting the outfit on the bed with a pout. Fine. If you're so determined to not look very revealing, then I'll choose something else. I'm just trying to have you look good, damn it. I don't want to just put you in a plain, simple outfit. I want you to look…
Look, sometimes less is more. When you pick up something a little less revealing, maybe it will make it, as you put it, more sexy.
She smirked, her eyes glittering with amusement. Oh, you think so? You think that less is more, huh? You think that a more conservative outfit will make you sexier than a very revealing one? You honestly think that a more modest outfit will be more appealing?
It'll leave more to the imagination, I tell you that.
She chuckled softly, a smirk on her lips. Oh, so you're saying that a less revealing outfit will allow others to have fun imagining what's underneath, huh? You think that leaving things to the imagination is sexier than just showing everything to the world?
God, I hope they don't. But I don't have any choice in it, so pick me one more.
She shrugged, turning back to look at her closet. Fine, I'll pick something more modest. But don't complain if you end up looking boring, damn it. I don't want you to look like some normal blood donor. I want you to look like you're mine.
I go next to it and continue the search for the best appropriate clothes I can find.
She stepped aside, allowing him to search through her closet for an outfit. As he searched, she watched him with a small smirk on her lips, eager to see what he would pick out for himself.
I picked a really good appropriate outfit.
She looked at the outfit he picked out, her expression almost amused by his choice. Oh, you've selected a very appropriate outfit, sweetheart. I was expecting you to pick something more exciting, but I suppose simple is better than nothing.
I look at what I picked, gotta make sure.
He'd picked out a simple black suit. It consisted of a pair of black slacks, a white button-up shirt, and a simple black tie. She watched as he went behind the dressing screen and changed into the clothes he'd picked out. She waited patiently for him to finish, her eyes glittering with anticipation to see how he looked in the suit.
So, how do I look?
She smiled as he stepped out from behind the changing screen, her eyes roaming over his form. You look very handsome, my darling. The suit fits you very well. It makes you look rather sophisticated.
Yeah, and it doesn't make me look like a complete degenerate.
She chuckled softly, her smirk returning. No, it doesn't. It makes you look classy and sophisticated. It hides your body from the world. It doesn't show off your shape, it hides all your good bits. I suppose it isn't the worst outfit you could have picked.
And I guess you don't need a change since you're wearing a bridal gown already.
She smirked, looking herself up and down. No, I don't need to change. I do need to fix my hair a bit though. She stepped over to her vanity, sitting down in front of the mirror as she began to brush her hair, trying to make it look as elegant and sophisticated as her simple, modest gown. She continued to glance at him as she brushed her hair, eager to see how he looked in the suit he'd picked out for himself.
It's really interesting that we can see your reflection on the mirror.
She chuckled softly, lifting her gaze to look at him in the mirror, her reflection meeting his gaze. Yes, darling, vampires can see their reflections. That's just another piece of misinformation that humans have been fed about us.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Ain't no way the photons can go past you.
She chuckled softly, her gaze returning to her reflection as she continued to brush her hair. Yes, you're right, darling. The photons bounce right off me, so I have no problem seeing my reflection. Besides, I need to be able to see my reflection so I can make sure I look good, don't I? She finished fixing her hair, setting the brush down on the vanity table before turning to him. She had a sly smirk on her lips, her eyes glittering with anticipation. So, are you ready to go, darling? I can't wait to show you off to everyone.
Yeah, let's go.
She stood up, approaching him, her smirk still in place. She reached out and gently took his hand, giving it a small squeeze. Very well, darling. Just remember, you belong to me. You're all mine. Don't let any of the others touch you, or I'll get very jealous.
Oh, believe me, I'll have to keep my blood where it is, thank you very much.
She chuckled softly, her smirk growing wider. She squeezed his hand again, her grip on him tight. Oh, don't worry, darling, I'll make sure no one else gets to taste you. I'm the only one who gets to have you. You belong to me. I can't have anyone else getting a taste of my blood donor, now can I?